It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Cliche quote, but definitely rings true, especially after watching the Boston Marathon. It's the end of week 4 pretty much. And this is the best I've felt so far in my marathon training cycle. No injuries, legs pretty strong. So coincidentally, it's gonna be a high week in mileage. I'm excited. I mean, look at those views, holy crap. Amazing. You probably can't see it very well on the GoPro, but there's a switchback right there. You tired, Mitch? You're on camera. Look at my red on. I don't know if you can see it. The difference. Look at that tan line. If that's not proof that I haven't been running, then I don't know what is. All right, so for week 4, just looking at my graphs right now, I did 65.6 miles, so my best week so far. I only did 1 speed workout, which was 2 miles on the track. Then I had a 3-minute rest. I did it at 10:30. Had a 3-minute rest. Then did 2 miles on the track again, 10:30. My shin started hurting. So usually I like to try to do 3x2 mile at 10:30, but because my shins were hurting and the second rep, I really had to force it the last 800 to get it done. My 3rd rep, I just did 1 mile in 5:12. But overall it's good, 5 miles of speed. And you know, people have been commenting and messaging me that, you know, I'm running some workouts maybe a little bit too fast during marathon training, and they're right. I need to tone it down a little bit, do a little bit more tempo pace, threshold pace, marathon pace, not so much like sub 5K effort. You know, it's totally useless right now. I mean, it's hard to let go of your speed, but like I need to focus. And you know, right now I'm feeling really good. My legs feel good. I feel healthy. A total 180 from week 3. So I just need to use that opportunity to put in more mileage and put in more quality training since I feel so good. I did some crazy trail running this week. Well, crazy as in like, I guess crazy for me in terms of like elevation. Some good downhill and uphill practice. Mainly the downhill is getting used to the quad banging action. So on Friday afternoon of week 4, I did 12 miles on Winchester Canyon, which is my favorite run, with 2,000 feet of climbing. So super happy with that. My heart rate was pretty good, not too high. And then the next day, Saturday, I did 10 miles with 2,500 feet of climbing. So just totally crushing it. Today I'm doing a tempo run, marathon pace, kind of a longer tempo. So I want to make sure I'm really strict on the pace of not going too fast, like actually running a realistic marathon pace. I'm gonna look at my heart rate because I want to get a sense of, you know, what I can actually hold in a race. So I'm thinking that, you know, about 88% of your max heart rate is a good marathon pace goal. So I want to actually do closer to marathon pace. See how far I go. Depends on my legs.
they're still recovering from last week's downhill runs. I just woke up, so my throat is a little bit dry. I run better on no food, so I gotta get up, get going, get up the door, go run before I get too hungry. I just want to make sure I don't have a problem. So for instance, I have compression shorts because my legs are sore, so to make sure that I can still run. Compression socks because my shins are sore because of the downhills. So downhill running, like, I'm okay, I'm not hurt or anything, but I have a lot of soreness in different areas because of doing something new. So I'm just trying to make sure I can recover. So I look like just some guy who reads a bunch of Runner's World magazines and buys all the hottest products. Like, speaking of hobby jogger, I just remembered that I'm also going to be having a run bottle in my hand because I want to practice, because in the race, the aid stations are not very reliable, and it's going to be on a trail in the wilderness. So I think I'm probably going to hold a run bottle so that I get guaranteed water, don't get dehydrated. So I might practice marathon pace with a run bottle too. Oh yeah, remember my race board? Check it out. I hung it up on the wall finally and changed my 5K PR. That PR still sucks. I need to do something about that. But right now, it's all about that PR. For those of you that watch like my Race 50 States videos, my travel videos, I'm going to race in Minnesota May 6th, first weekend of May. I'll be in Minnesota running the Minnetonka Half Marathon. Okay, as you probably can see outside, it's very gloomy and overcast. A little windy, but it felt good. You know, in running, weather is everything. I think even more than fitness. And anyway, so my goal is to do 10 to 13 miles at marathon pace, so between 5:55 and 6:10. And I was just rattling off, high fives the whole time. I got to 10 miles, so I'm a little tired right now because I didn't plan on going that far, so I had a run bottle with me, thank God, with half a bottle of water, which I finished during my run, but no gels, no breakfast, just had a gel beforehand, and nothing during it, no salt tabs, nothing. And so after 10 miles, I felt kind of good, and I was like, you know what, I think I'll keep going, maybe I'll do 15 or 16. Got to 16, felt decent enough to keep going. And I thought, you know what, I'm so close to 20. I've always wanted to break 2 hours. Let's just see if I got a shot. And I felt good up until probably 18 and a half, 18, something like that. I started hitting the wall around 19, but I held it off. I did like a 1:58.50 something, 5:57 pace. But now I'm trying to drive somewhere really quick to get food or something because sugar, because I'm hitting the wall, and it's gonna come really fast. It's dangerous to do that. I should have had some in the car. So I'll check back in if I'm still alive. But frick, I feel so good right now. Well, I feel good about my run. Sure. This is what happens when you don't do the dishes for over a week. This is a salad bowl with tomatoes in there. And I guess tomato seeds were left in there, and now there's plants growing. Plants growing. I guess I have a green thumb. I didn't even know it. So literally no one runs out here, which makes this trail even more awesome. But there's a lot of climbs, a lot of rollers, mostly uphill on the way out. But good
for hill training. I'm definitely changing it up this time on marathon training, where I make sure I get a lot of elevation gain and loss to practice. Downhill is just practice, mainly because late in the marathon, the pounding, the cumulative pounding on my quad always does me in. And I've never been able to run a marathon that's been indicative of my actual fitness. So this time, that will not happen. I will crush it. You guys check out my latest long run, 20 miler, 5:57 average, somewhere roughly around marathon target pace, and I hit marathon target heart rate.
Alright, I'm gonna make this quick. Week 5 done. 66.5 miles this week. Week 4 was 65.6. So the last 2 weeks, 132 miles. My best back-to-back weeks ever. And the last 4 weeks I've done at least 60. Yeah, whenever I see a fast time, like run by someone else, I'm motivated. I mean, admittedly motivated out of jealousy, but motivated nonetheless. So, you've heard it here first. My goal is to beat Ryan Trahan's marathon time.